Hello friends, welcome to Trilogy, and today we're going to talk about Kunlun Mountains. First, some information about the Kunlun Mountains. Kunlun Mountain is located in the west of the China and has the endless mountains. As China's first sacred mountain, Kunlun Mountain, Kunlun Hill is the main mountain system in the Central Asia and backbone of the mountain system in the western China. The Kunlun Mountain occupies a very wide area. It starts from Pamir Plateau in the west and traverses Xinjiang in Tibet and finally extends to Shanghai. The Kunlun Mountains are about 2500 kilometers long and with an average elevation of 5500 to 6000 meters. A total area of more than 500,000 square kilometers. Kunlun Mountain has prominent position as ancestor of the 10,000 mountains. In the history culture of the Chinese nation, the ancients called the Kunlun Mountain the ancestor of the dragon in the China. Mountains of China are saturated with many mystical and mysterious creatures that live within the mountain. According to Chinese folklore, the mountains aren't just place or prosperity but also a place that strange creatures are said to reside. These creatures in most cases are not only odd or scary looking, but many possess the power that rain the fear down the people of the China. The classic of Mountain and Sea depicts these creatures and describes each one in a great detail. First one is the Xingxing. Can be found throughout the southern mountains and it walks crouched but run like a man. It is said that eating it enhances one's ability to run. The Xingxing resembling a pig with a human face, as well as it is said to be capable of identifying people by name. Second one is Lushu. In the southern mountain there is a beast whose body resembles a horse with a white head, stripes like tiger and a red tail. It makes a sound like a man singing. The third creature is the Li. 400 li further east in the Mount Canyon, where the Li can be found, the Li is both male and female whose form resemble a wild cat with a mane. It was said to be able to cure jealousy and in later record was said to help in the fertilization. And now comes to the Kunlun Mountain legends and the myths. Kunlun appear in many ancient myths and legends. The exact location of the mythical place still varies. To ancient Chinese, Kunlun was the origin of the Chinese civilization and the source of the Yellow River. Other ancient sources say that the four main rivers flow out of the Kunlun Mountain are the Red River, Yellow River, Black River and the Yang River. A fifth river that flows around the base of the Kunlun along with the moving sand prevent the people from reaching this heavenly paradise. Only those who practice the art of magic can overcome the obstacle and find the way to the Kunlun Mountains. The ancient Chinese believed that on the Kunlun Mountain one could easily find the pearl and jade trees and of course the tree of life and the fruit of longevity. Legendary ancient Chinese goddess Queen Mother of the West had a magnificent place on the Kunlun Mountain. In her garden she grew the peaches which would ripen once every 3000 years. The enigmatic mountain is also home to a number of animals including crane, tiger, birds, fantastic beasts that only appear in the realm of the mythology. According to an ancient legend, King Meru of the Zhou dynasty once visited the Kunlun Mountain. He was astonished when he saw a remarkable jade palace that belonged to the mythical Yellow Emperor. During his visit, King Meru also met Mother of the West, who some religion groups even identify with the Queen Sheba. As time passed, Kunlun became identified with the Mount Meru, the sacred five-peaked mountain of Hindu, Jain and Buddhist cosmology. Mount Meru is also considered to be the center of the all physical, metaphysical and spiritual universes. Mount Meru was believed to be the center of the universe and the axis of the world. All of the most important deities had their celestial kingdom on the Mount Meru. Since there are many accounts of the sacred mountain in the ancient Chinese mythology, Kunlun Mountain is sometimes confused or even identified as the Mount Penglai, where the 8 immortals reside. But the difference between these two locations is that Mount Penglai is shrouded in the mystery. It is a legendary land that many have tried to locate, but so far no one has succeeded in finding the mythological place where all living creatures are believed to be white, palaces are made from gold and platinum, and jewelry grows on trees. If the place truly exists, it has remained hidden from a mortal human. There are other significances of the Kunlun Mountain. The worship of the Kunlun Mountain goes as far back in the time during the Qin dynasty, the first dynasty of the Imperial China that lasted from 221 to 206 BC. The people developed a special cosmological model according to which heaven and earth were representation of gods. This cosmological perspective was also a political factor, and leader used it as a mean to unify their country. Kunlun became a symbol of emperor, and such as it made people in the country feel a closer connection to each other. Archaeologists have discovered bone and bronze inscription of the Shang and Zhou dynasty that show people living during those epochs worshipped Kunlun. Legend of Kunlun Mountain have been kept alive, and we read about this amazing mysteries and mysterious paradise in modern poems and literature work. There are several paintings of Kunlun Mountain and its deities, scenes showing events taking place in the ancient Chinese paradise. There are some other historical role of the Kunlun Mountain, as the legendary Silk Road passes through the northern edge of the Kunlun Mountain for hundreds of years on its way to southwest and central Asia. Early British explorers tried to reach the western end of the mountain range but failed. Later, the Swedes were more successful in reaching the western region. In 1949, scientific exploration were organized by the Chinese government to determine the region's geology. The 1980s brought international research cooperation between Chinese and French as well as American scientific team to study the Alton fault system and the geological development of Kunlun. Kunlun also has some modern significance. The Kunlun has abundant natural resources such as coal, soda ash and petroleum. The mountain region has indigenous inhabitants living there since the earliest time. The northern side of the Kunlun Mountain are primarily occupied by the Uyghurs as well as few Mongols. Southern steppes are where the Tibetan nomads continue to use grazing plains. Han Chinese settlement can also be found close to the gravel highways near the mountains. A modern city is forming in Golmund on the windy Koidam Basin. Its economic needs are supplied by trucking delivering fuels, construction material, vegetables and sundry goods. Thanks for watching the video. If you love this video, please hit the subscribe button. It keeps me motivated. See you in the next video. Till then, take care.